Welcome to the HIT podcast, H.I.T, Human Resources, Insurance, and Technology. I'm your host, Toby Kennedy. For more on what we're doing here, check out episode 1, What Is It? But in brief, we are going to be bringing you what we have affectionately dubbed your weekly hit. I will be going through all the information in the space, human resources, insurance, and technology, the news, the vendors, the research, leveraging my nearly 2 decades in this career to be a good follow for you. We're coming at you every Tuesday. So like, subscribe, share, heck, tell a friend. What I want to do is to synthesize all that information to you to be a bite-sized, high-impact, brief weekly hit. We are sponsored by Montage Insurance Solutions this week, and with all that being said, let's jump right into your weekly hit. Here on the HIT podcast, we want to make sure that we cover the fuzzy, ephemeral things, the technical things, everything in between. But for this week's episode, what I want to jump right into is something I'm having a lot of conversations about, and it's time sensitive, and that is the employer prescription requirements coming down the pike with the CAA. What the heck, right? Let's hit this thing head on. For a quick bit of background, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but PSA in 2021, a law passed called the CAA, and long story short, organizations like Health and Human Services and other government entities have requirements to post things about prescriptions, and in order for them to fulfill their requirements, they need stuff from you, which means you have requirements. So let's get right into what those are. Reporting deadlines have been pushed as the law has kind of moved around, but long story short, they now live in a world where June 1st every year, going back to the prior year, there's some reporting that needs to be done, which means this June 1st, 2023 is a deadline, and it's a deadline regarding your 2022 prescription benefits. The long and the short of it is that these entities have to post public information about drug pricing, trends, and premium. So they need to get some information from you, the employer. They did pass this legislation saying, we don't really think employers are going to be able to do this on their own. There's probably going to be some need from some help from either their carriers or TPAs, PBM, right? Pharmacy benefit managers, third-party administrators, folks that are helping out the employers in this world. And that's where you're going to go. That's where you're going to turn for some help. So let's talk about employer action items for this, again, new requirement with a deadline of June 1st. Your carriers, your TPAs, your PBMs are going to be there to help you, but they're going to be reaching out. And in most cases, what they're saying is they have a deadline on when the employer needs to respond. So long story short, there's this law that came to where certain parts of government agencies need to publish certain prescription information for the public. In order to get that information, employers are now on the hook. There's a June 1st deadline for the legislation, but there's other deadlines that the carriers have. If they're going to assist you and they're going to help furnish this data for you, they might have their own deadlines. So please look out for correspondence from your carriers, your PBMs, your TPAs, and honestly, if at all possible, see what you can get in writing from them to confirm that they will be doing this for you. Backing a lot of this up, the conversations we've had with various carriers, TPAs, PBMs have all ostensibly said, indeed, yes, we are going to be there to help our clients. And what we've done is we've sent some version of a survey or some version of a request for information. So this is sort of the public service announcement to employers out there, what this prescription thing is, a little bit of background, and the fact that for your compliance, for the most part, what you need to do is look out for correspondence from the vendors in your world, potentially even consider if you can lock down some sort of written confirmation that they're going to handle this for you. Work with your broker, your consultant, your trusted advisor to make sure this gets across the finish line. But we're out here at the HIT podcast doing our job, which is to synthesize any of the information in the space that is relevant, that's going on, that's time sensitive, that you need to know about. We wanted to start with the prescription requirements, and we wanted to let you know, hey, yes, this is a thing. Yes, the deadline is June 1st. Yes, you're going to get some help from vendors in your space. And what you really need to do is to look out for their correspondence and consider locking something down in writing to make sure that you have it all buttoned up. That's all the time we have this week on the HIT Podcast. Join us next Tuesday. Join us every Tuesday. Like, subscribe, and let's make this week the best week yet.